Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day. I'm Yasin, and we'll be kicking off the Encode Wormhole Educate event today, which is going to be on the intent-based bridging. We have, please make sure to say hi in chat. I'd love to see how many of you are active, where you're all coming from, and I'm getting our speaker Mo to the stage. Hey, Mo.
Hey, Yasin.
Hey, happy to have you on. Feel free to say hi, introduce yourself, and share your screen and take it away.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Mo, co-founder of Mayan, and today we are going to have a quick introduction about intent-based bridging and the difference between transaction-based bridging and intent-based bridging. So I'm going to kick this off, and thank you, Yasin, for the intro.
No worries. Do you have any issues with sharing or anything I help with? Oh, perfect.
Awesome. So before we get into bridging and especially intent-based bridging, we want to understand what's an intent and what's the difference between intent-based model and transaction-based models. So imagine that you want to go from your hotel to airport in the city. So you have two options. One of them is using your own car, and the other one is using Uber. If you decide to go with your own car, you need a driving skill. You need to find the best path between your location and the destination, and you need gas for your car. Versus where you request a Uber, you just specify the source and your destination, plus some more criteria like number of passengers, your arrival time or your leave time. As you can see, these two methods are really different in the way that they try to solve the problem. The first one obviously is really similar to what we do when we have a transaction on networks. We specify the route, we need gas for doing the transaction, and we need to find the best path using the tools. But in the intent-based model, you just specify your desire. For example, you have USDC and you want to receive ETH. You just specify that you are willing to receive the output token and the deadline, and this is what an intent is. So and you can see and check, use the same analogy to basically check other aspects of the problem. For example, how can I find the best driver? The same problem exists in the intent-based model. When you create an intent, you need to find the best provider for the service. Obviously, in the Uber example, Uber solved this problem with their algorithm, which is a black box. They find the best driver for you, and the best driver might be the closest one, might be the cheapest one. and the algorithm is kind of like a black box. With intent-based models, we also have a similar challenge. When you create an intent, which is basically your desire for something, for an outcome, you send it to a network of solvers, and these solvers are basically the drivers, and these drivers execute your transaction on your behalf, and you basically, without interacting with the chain, you will see the outcome on chain. So the intent part is off chain, the network is off chain, but the execution is on chain. But there's a big question here, and the question is which solver should execute the transaction, and this is a really challenging question. Like in case of Uber, the Uber algorithm find the best driver for you, but in blockchain and in crypto, it's not that easy, because we want a transparent way to find the best solver, and we basically, the whole idea of blockchain
Of a technical difficulty. More, can you hear me? We might be having technical connection issues. Yeah, he did freeze for me as well. Let's see if we can get more back online. Sorry for the inconvenience, everyone, but yeah, things that happen. Mo, if you can hear me, I sent another invite, so you should be seeing a pop-up on your end. Sending another invite, Mo. Let me know if you see this one. Perfect.
Sorry for the interruption. My computer just restarted, and so I'm on my laptop, and we can continue.
Perfect.
I'm going to share my screen once more. Okay, so we now understand what an intent is, and the difference between transaction-based models and versus intent-based models. And we were discussing, like, how can we find the best solver for an intent? Like, you want to swap your token from a USDC to ETH, and you express your intention with an intent, and send it to network of solvers. And one of these solvers will pick your transaction and execute it. The question is, how can we find which solver should execute your transaction? And this is a really tricky question, because we can go with the simplest one. We can just allow everyone, any solver, to fulfill your order, and this will it's a good idea, but your order will be executed with the least outcome, because solvers are rational and they will extract the order in their own benefit. And you basically, in the scenario of swapping USDC to Ethereum, you will receive the minimum Ethereum. The other solution is that we chose a closed group of solvers and allow only kind of good solvers to participate and fulfill orders. This will lead to centralization risks and censorship risks. So it's not, it will not fulfill our goal. So the question of finding the best solver is kind of a challenging one, because we both want a solution that is decentralized, but we also want to receive the most out of our order. So what we think and what industry thinks is that auctions are the kind of the best way to find the best solver. When you create an order, let's say you want to receive Sol on Solana, and you're willing to spend $1,000, right? The question is, how can we find the best solver? The idea of auctions suggests that we hold an auction which solvers can bid on. In this example, solver 1 will bid 5.1, and solver 2 bids 542, and obviously solver 2 wins the auction and becomes responsible to fulfill the order. It's like when you in the analogy of ride sharing, it's like you put your ride for auction and basically accept the least price from the driver. But even if we go with the auctions, there are some questions like, how can we should the auction be off chain, or should we have the auction on chain? The off chain auction would definitely be fast, because it's off chain and doesn't need basically block confirmations. It's definitely cheaper, but it's centralized. The on-chain auction, on the other hand, is permissionless, but it's slow and higher cost. So it's kind of like a trade-off. Unless we find a cheap and fast network, which is what Solana is. Solana is a great chain for use cases which require low cost of transaction and fast finality. So that's where the idea of on-chain auctions on Solana came from. And Mayan is actually using on-chain auctions for its intent-based protocol to find the best driver for users. In this diagram, we see the whole thing from 0 to 100. at the first user signs a transaction, and this transaction basically it's an order. It's not an actual transaction. Locks the user funds on the source chain. Once the funds are locked on the source chain, an auction on Solana will be held. And in this auction, different solvers bid, and the highest bidder becomes responsible to fulfill this order on the destination chain. So, and after fulfilling the order on the destination chain, the solver can claim user tokens on the source chain. So, and for that part, we use Wormhole. So the whole thing is completely permissionless. It's still on chain, and it can it has a really low overhead. So this is how Mayan works, and this is how we use Wormhole message passing and combining it with Solana to have a fully permissionless intent-based bridging. Do you have any questions? Yeah, great question. So what exactly can you specify with intent? You can specify anything. You specify the outcome. The outcome can be me having $1,000 in my wallet. It can be me having an NFT in my wallet, and you specified how much you are willing to pay for that. So basically, you can every desire you have, and it's not like even limited to crypto. For example, you want to book a hotel, right? You want to book a room. You basically, with an intent, you can say, I want that room in that specific hotel from between like for 3 days, and solvers can book that hotel for you with the price that you are willing to pay. So instead of going through different venues to find the best price for that room, you just specify your desire, which is booking that room for 3 days with the minimum price, and the solvers basically do it on behalf of you. That's what an intent is. So we just extended the idea of intents to bridging. So instead of specifying the route from Ethereum to Solana, you just specify that you need BONK on Solana, and you're willing to pay $1,000 USDC. And Mayan network, Mayan protocol, will find the best solver that gives you the most BONK for $1,000 of input tokens. I hope I answered your question.
Everyone, feel free to use the questions area on the bottom right side, or the actual chat section if you want to share, if you want to ask more some questions.
I don't know about this the priceline.com, but I guess I'm sure that there are like solutions out there for other purposes. If you have it for ride sharing, we definitely probably have it with hotels, with car renting. Like in crypto, you just you don't need to even think about swapping. You can think about buying an NFT. You want to buy a Mad Lads, and you just specify that you're willing to pay a specific price for that NFT. So and that's what intents are. Any other questions? Yeah. So like the relationship between Mayan and Wormhole, like in analogy of Uber, is that Mayan is the application itself, and Wormhole is kind of like internet that enables you to send messages across the world. You can, using Wormhole, you basically can send arbitrary messages between two networks, and it's secured by guardians of Wormhole, which sign that message, and it's a proof that you said or you ordered something on chain A, and you can bring that proof to another chain and submit it, and basically execute an action. So Mayan uses Wormhole for in the intent-based protocol. We use Wormhole for bringing the proof of execution on the destination chain to source chain and to unlock the funds. So when the solver fulfills the order on destination, they need to unlock the funds on the source chain. And for us, to make this happen, we send a message from destination chain to source chain that basically says this solver has already fulfilled this order, and they can receive their reward, which in the case of selling $1,000 USDC to receive bonk is the $1,000 that user deposited in the first place. Sure. Okay, if there is no other question, I think we can wrap up the session.
Cool. Thank you, Mo, for the nice presentation. For everyone else, as always, all of our presentations and workshops are being recorded. So for those of you that would like to rewatch some of the bits, you will have them available I will not say in a few hours, but tomorrow morning, and they should be within the Hacker Pack. So you can be able to watch all of these recordings. And if you have any follow-up questions, make sure to post them on Discord, and we'll make sure to forward them to the relevant parties. So yeah, once again, thank you, Mo, for your great presentation. Thanks everyone for the questions. I hope they were nicely answered, and wishing you all a great day.
Thank you, Yasin. Take care. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.